on their jerseys, and all that money and all of the proceeds were going to Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And then the article came out afterwards, and it was describing about how 23 out of the 31 football teams, those 23 teams have a player on their team that is right now going through an assault charge or domestic violence charge that they were the perpetrator in.
Wow.
23 out of the 31. And the woman that was writing the article goes, maybe it would have been more of a better statement for them to say, let's do Purple Day. Let's raise awareness of domestic violence and have these football players come forward and say, we can take a stand against domestic violence. And so it is one of those months where unfortunately we do, and we get this little battle, the pink versus the purple. But it is a silent killer, unfortunately. And women in this country, 1 in 4 experiencing domestic violence, and 1 in 9 men experience domestic violence. So sometimes we think this is just a woman cause. It's not. It's a human issue. Anybody can be affected. Doesn't matter your age, your race, your income level. You can be affected by domestic violence. And of course, when we think domestic violence, like it's already been said, physical is the first thought that comes to mind. But unfortunately, domestic violence starts way before it gets physical. There's this cycle, and this cycle starts first with the name-calling, the put-down, the manipulation, the controlling, isolation. A person who finds themselves in a domestic violence situation now may not have friends or family. Maybe they're uprooted, completely moved to a different state. I had a young woman tell me she was 19 years old when she got married. Her husband was in the military. So they relocated from here in Ohio to California, where his base was stationed. Within the first 6 months of her being in California, her abuse escalated to physical. She lived and continued living with him for 3 years until she told her father one night on the phone in desperation, "He's been hurting me and I think he's going to kill me the next time he comes home." Fortunately, Dad was able to buy her a plane ticket, get her out with that night, within an hour of that phone call, and she's now living here. But what I like to think about is from the time that she got married, maybe even before she got married, until those 3 years after that she decided that she needed to leave or her life would end, what was keeping her there? Love.